This is my spot. Here, down here, I've been left to rot, to deal with my emotions, from the bitter slaps and fists that have now become my daily potion that I drink from his hand, marching mercilessly to the tune of his violent brass band. You make me do this, slap. Why don't you listen, punch? Oh God! I scream inside. How did I let this slick rick of a snake into my life? His violence cuts my heart in two like a knife. So I crouch here, hiding, tucked away. I find peace away from him. Here, down here, he can't hurt me. This is my spot.
I mean, personally, I don't tolerate any form of violence. Nothing, no pushing, no shoving, no raising of the hand. Don't touch me, okay? But I know that there's young women out there who kind of crave love and kind of like will do anything to make their boyfriend kind of happy. So if their boyfriend did hit them, it'd be like, no, he didn't mean it.
With the British Crime Survey's estimation of 12.9 million domestic acts of violence, and 48% of women reported on Mankind's report that they had experienced more than one form of intimate violence since the age of 16, the picture of domestic violence only occurring within marital homes or deemed as a maturer person's problem is now somewhat blurred, with the boundaries now extending into the youth community. So what are young people's perceptions of domestic violence against women? Who is to blame? Do they have any personal knowledge of it? What are the major influences for it? And how would they handle it?
But I think for a lot of women, it's really hard to discuss and really hard to talk about because I think for a lot of women, quite shameful and quite embarrassing.
I think with young women, to be honest, I think they're ashamed. They can't believe it's happening to them. I think a lot of them do keep it silent.
Younger ladies will hit back. Yeah, younger ladies will bang you in your face.
I think whatever the situation or the issue is, whatever the problem, it could be resolved by communicating, talking to one another.
Sometimes it's all about the communication, and you don't want to see, it's like you hitting a woman, it's like someone hitting your mum in a way, really, and then you don't want to see someone hitting your mum, really. That's how I see it.
I don't think in that sort of situation you can ever give somebody a second chance. I think if it happens once, you're pretty much guaranteed it's going to happen again. And I've personally got really, really strong views on it. If someone came to me and said, I've been hit or I've been abused, I'd say there's absolutely no question, you have to leave and try and help that person as much as possible.
I think maybe in Asian backgrounds there will be more. Because some women, I'm Asian myself, but some Asians, because they have to, like, some people don't go out, the women don't go out much, and they think the man has the control over her, so she does less than the man.
I used to think that domestic violence kind of only ran in, well, like, black communities. Because obviously I'm from a like really big black community, and I just thought that was a normal thing. Because obviously in our country, you know, people do get hit a lot in Jamaica. But kind of growing up now, I realised that like also a lot of my Asian friends in their marriages, most of my Asian friends are married now, they get beaten up, and most of my white friends, their partners, they drink a lot, so they get beaten up as well, usually around football, hooliganism related stuff. So
it's affected by alcohol, it's affected if your football team loses.
I don't want to say music, but I'm going to have to say it because, you know, all these songs about men slapping their bitches and like pimp slapping and, you know, these hoes and stuff, this music is, whether you like it or not, it's degrading to women, you know. There's also some music that like should suggest rape in some of their lyrics, you know.
I did some work with a theatre company in Wiltshire, and we were doing some work around domestic violence and taking it into secondary schools. And what we really discovered is that it has to be that individual's choice. You can be there, you can give as much advice as possible, but the decision to leave has to come from the individual.
You think your days are uneventful, and no one ever thinks about you. She goes her own